He was the king of junk, the master of the fake heart attack, and a Friday night television icon. But behind the scenes of Sanford and Son, the laughter completely stopped. There was a massive salary walkout that forced NBC to write out its lead star, a secret British origin story the network tried to downplay. A legendary lead actor who was actually a Blue nightclub comedian constantly fighting primetime censors to keep his act authentic, and a bitter, real-life feud between the father and son duo that grew so toxic. One star refused to even attend the other's funeral. 10 Secrets, 6 seasons. One groundbreaking show that constantly hovered on the edge of total collapse. Welcome to Sitcom Secrets, where every rewatch reveals something new. Let's get into it. Fact 10: the recycled British blueprint. Most fans assume Sanford and Son was a stroke of American sitcom genius born on the streets of Los Angeles. In reality, the entire premise was imported directly from the United Kingdom. The series was a direct remake of the hit British sitcom Steptoe and Son, written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, which followed a father and son junk-dealing duo in London. Norman Lear adapted the British scripts, simply trading the grey London flats for sunny California beaches, and rewriting the dialogue to fit the black working-class experience. The earliest episodes were almost line-for-line translations of the original British scripts. Fact 9: the real brother behind the name. You might think the name Fred Sanford was cooked up by a team of television writers. In truth, the name was a deeply personal tribute from the show's star. Redd Foxx was born John Elroy Sanford. When he landed the show, he insisted on naming his character Fred G. Sanford in honor of his real-life brother, Fred, who had passed away before seeing Redd achieve mainstream television success. By keeping the name, Foxx ensured his brother's memory was immortalized in television history, transforming a simple sitcom character into a tribute to his family. Fact 8: the blue comedian in the family room. Many viewers who watched Fred Sanford's family-friendly antics had no idea of Redd Foxx's real-life comedy history. Long before television, Foxx was a legendary pioneer of blue comedy, explicit, adult-themed nightclub routines that were recorded on popular underground party albums. When NBC signed him, executives were terrified he would slip up on air. Foxx agreed to clean up his act, but he constantly clashed with network censors, fighting to keep the show's street-level language and cultural references authentic rather than sanitized by white executives. Fact 7: the Hollywood makeup illusion. For years, audiences believed they were watching a genuine senior citizen shuffle around the junkyard on television. The reality was a triumph for the makeup department. When Sanford and Son premiered in 1972, Redd Foxx was only 49 years old. Playing a character who was supposed to be 65, it took hours of makeup, grey hair dye, and artificial wrinkles to age Foxx by 16 years. To perfect Fred's signature shuffling walk, Foxx wore heavy, weighted shoes on set to make his movements look genuinely slow and elderly. Fact 6: the Sluice walkout secret. At the peak of the show's success in 1974, Redd Foxx famously walked off the set and refused to film. While the network claimed he was recovering from health issues, the real reason was a bitter contract dispute. Foxx felt severely underpaid compared to white sitcom stars and demanded a salary raise to $25,000 per episode, plus a percentage of the show's massive profits. NBC refused to budge, forcing writers to explain his absence by claiming Fred was in St. Louis. The dispute dragged on for 6 episodes before the network finally met Fox's demands. We're halfway through, and the biggest secrets are still coming. Hit that like button and subscribe. You won't want to miss what's at number 1. Now, back to the countdown. Fact 5: the friend who paid it forward. Most fans know Redd Foxx as a tough, grouchy character, but off-camera, he was legendary for his extreme generosity to struggling actors. When fellow comedian Pat Morita was trying to establish himself, Foxx stepped in and personally helped him buy a house. Morita never forgot the gesture and later paid it forward by mentoring and supporting a young, struggling comedian named Robin Williams. The kindness Redd Foxx showed in the 70s helped pave the way for some of the greatest comedic talent of the next generation. Fact 4: the failed spin-off curse. Many viewers forget that NBC tried desperately to expand the Sanford and Son universe through multiple spin-offs, all of which failed miserably. The first was Grady, centered on Fred's friend Grady Wilson, which was cancelled after just 10 episodes. After the original show ended, the network launched Sanford Arms, a direct sequel focusing on a rooming house, but it collapsed in 4 weeks. In 1980, Fox returned for a final attempt titled Sanford, but without the original chemistry. It was cancelled after a single season. Fact 3: the off-camera feud. It is easy to assume that Redd Foxx and Demond Wilson shared a warm, familial bond off-camera. In truth, their relationship was marked by intense professional friction. Wilson later described their partnership as a marriage where the bitter eventually outweighed the sweet. They fought over billing, money, and the direction of the show. In the years following the series' end, the two men drifted apart completely. When Redd Foxx passed away in 1991, Wilson famously refused to attend the funeral, stating that he simply did not do funerals. Fact 2. Finding peace in the pulpit. While Demond Wilson achieved massive fame as Lamont Sanford, his life took a radical turn after the cameras stopped rolling. The intense pressure of sudden fame and the toxic environment of Hollywood left Wilson feeling hollow and unfulfilled. Following the cancellation of the series and the failed contract negotiations for the spin-off, Wilson walked away from mainstream Hollywood entirely. He became an ordained minister, dedicating his life to religious service and community work, finding the peace in the pulpit he could never find on television. Fact 1. The double departure. Of all the secrets surrounding the end of Sanford and Son in 1977, the final collapse was engineered by a double departure. Redd Foxx was offered a lucrative deal by ABC to host his own variety show, leading him to officially announce his exit. NBC hoped to keep the franchise alive by making Demond Wilson the sole star of the spin-off Sanford Arms. But Wilson demanded a massive salary increase to carry the show alone. The studio refused to meet his demands, Wilson walked away, and the franchise was violently forced into cancellation. Despite the contract disputes, the on-set walkouts, the failed spin-offs, and the real-life distance between its stars, Sanford and Son remains a cornerstone of American television. It proved that working-class black characters could lead a primetime comedy to the top of the ratings charts. Redd Foxx's brilliant physical comedy and legendary timing created a legacy of laughter that survived the drama, ensuring Fred Sanford's salvage yard will always have a place in television history. Which secret surprised you most? Did you know about the show's British origins, or were you floored by the real relationship between the stars? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe to Sitcom Secrets, and share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.